Wow, talk about dodging the bullet. How's everybody doing? My name is Anthony Brian Logan, and today we got to talk about former Florida gubernatorial candidate Andrew Gillum getting caught back up in some trouble. This time it's for fraud related to his campaign back in 2018. Now, you may or may not remember this guy, Andrew Gillum. He was trying to defeat Ron DeSantis, and every time I see him in the news, every time I see his name come up, I was like, man, they dodged a bullet. Because the first time he got in trouble, or there was some quote unquote controversy surrounding him, it was because of his double lifestyle. Remember, he's a married man, married to a woman, has children, but on the side, he was with some guys in a hotel room with no clothes on, with drugs and everything else. And there was some pictures that came out. Shout out to Candace Owens for being able to get these out to the general public. But some pictures came out of the hotel room, and it was nasty. You're talking about all type of body fluid everywhere, drugs. He naked. He got this towel that's nasty on him. It was a whole big mess, right? It was a whole big mess. And I think that happened right after the election. So if Andrew Gillum was the governor of Florida, that'd be a far cry from what you got going on right now with Ron DeSantis. Now, some said, hey, man, why does it matter if he's gay? So what? That's between him and his wife. Well, first of all, I don't think his wife would like him doing something like that out there with the drugs and male prostitutes in the hotel room. I don't think his wife would like that. But beyond that, it shows you that he's dishonest. If you're gay, just be gay. Just say that, live your life. But if you're kind of on a down low and doing things on the sneak and not being honest, that right there points to a character flaw. And if you're dishonest about that, what else are you dishonest about? Now, we have an article we're going to get to here. And of course, this article will be in the description box if you want to read it without my commentary. But let's check it out. That's my man right there, Andrew Gillum. And you see the headline. This is on Daily Wire. Breaking: Democrat Andrew Gillum charged with 21 felonies related to a campaign that lost to DeSantis. And again, you guys in Florida, and really us as America, we most certainly dodged the bullet by this guy not being able to succeed in 2018. But let's continue. Democrat Andrew Gillum was charged in federal court on Wednesday with 21 felonies related to his 2018 campaign, where he lost to DeSantis. Quote, a federal grand jury has returned a 21-count indictment against Andrew Demetric Gillum, 42, and Sharon Janet Letman Hicks, 53, both of Tallahassee, Florida. U.S. Attorney for Northern District of Florida said in a statement. Now, I wonder who that is. That is his accountant. That's not his wife, I don't believe. Probably an accountant, some kind of campaign manager or something like that. Who knows? Well, I guess we'll find out later in the article if they tell us. Gillum claimed in the statement that he was innocent and that the charges were political, even though he is being charged by the Department of Justice, which is overseen by the Biden administration. So how is it political if it's your own people, your own party that is charging you? Obviously, there's something going on here, because we know how the Democratic Party operate. If they can protect you, if they can shield you for some of this stuff, they will. They're not going to throw you under the bus unless they have to. Unless they absolutely have to, they'll just pretty much let you off the hook, slap on the wrist. Just like Paul Pelosi driving drunk. That'd be a slap on the wrist. It'd be the same thing here, but it was probably something pretty egregious that went on. But let's continue. Quote, the indictment alleges that between 2016 and 2019, defendants Gillum and Letman Hicks conspired to commit wire fraud by unlawfully soliciting and obtaining funds from various entities and individuals through false and fraudulent promises and representations that the funds would be used for a legitimate purpose, unquote, the statement says. Quote, the indictment further alleges that the defendants used third parties to divert a portion of those funds to a company owned by Letman Hicks, who then fraudulently provided the funds disguised as payroll payments to Gillum for his personal use. Now, I wonder what he was buying with those funds that he obtained through illicit ways. I don't know, male hookers and meth and pills and hotel rooms in Miami, maybe. I'm just saying, maybe for that, maybe for his wife and his kids' lifestyle, fancy houses, fancy cars, who knows? But if you got to get money like that and using it for your own purposes, I don't believe that you're just going to be paying your regular bills and going to a grocery store to buy food. You're probably living a lifestyle of abundance, as they say, right? Quote, both defendants are charged with 19 counts of wire fraud. The statement added, Gillum is also charged with making false statements to agents of the Federal Bureau of Investigation. Okay, so the FBI doing their job now, huh? We've seen plenty of times where the federales don't do a thing. They just kind of let stuff go on. So, I mean, for them to be involved, he probably had to talk to an FBI agent directly. Somebody undercover, a glowy, what they say, a glowy. He spoke to them directly, and it probably was recorded, body camera, audio, and everything else. So they got him. If found guilty, Gillum faces up to 5 years in prison for making false statements, 20 years in prison for conspiracy to commit wire fraud, and 20 years in prison per charge for wire fraud. NBC News national political reporter Mark Caputo tweeted that Gillum surrendered to authorities this morning ahead of the indictment being unsealed. The indictment confirmed that the charges stem from Gillum's failed campaign against DeSantis, who has turned into one of the most powerful political forces in the world since winning in 2018. In 2020, as the coronavirus pandemic threw the U.S. into chaos, Gillum, who has children and was married, I guess he got divorced. I didn't hear about that one. I guess the whole, the males in the hotel room with the meth might have been a little bit too much for her to bear. Understandable, but anyway. But like there it is right there. It was found in a hotel room with male escort and suspected baggage of meth. Quote, plastic baggage of suspected crystal meth, empty beer bottles, and prescription pills are seen scattered among trash and soiled bedding. Yeah, soiled bedding, that's probably the best way to describe it without being too X-rated. Soiled bedding and the shocking images, the Daily Mail reported. And there's a link right here. If you must see the pictures, which are pretty nasty, you can click on this link right here. And this article, again, will be in the description box below the video, also in the bio if you're watching on Instagram. Quote, he was inside room 1107 with two more men, one of them a hunky 30-year-old white, they're both white male escort named Travis Dyson, who was found naked and in the throes of a drug overdose. So your man Andrew Gillum, I mean, I'm telling you, dodging the bullet, Matrix style. Because if this guy was a governor, oh man, because all this was going on during the campaign. They said from 2017 to 2019. So this was ongoing before and after he lost, essentially. So it was an ongoing thing, trying to raise money, trying to get money, trying to raise it. Up until, I guess, the inauguration when DeSantis became the governor, he was trying to raise money and give it to himself illegally. That was going to come out eventually because he spoke to the federales. They were just waiting for a while to go ahead and unleash it. And here we are 3 years later after they said that it stopped from 2019. So now we're in 2022, 3 years later. Then they say, okay, you did that. And then before that, right after the campaign, came the pictures of him in the hotel room with the boys. So it's all kind of stuff going on. All right. Now, like I say, if somebody wants to be gay or whatever, that's their business. If you got two consenting adults and they do whatever they do, okay. But see, when you're lying about your lifestyle, when you're not being truthful, that's when I got a problem. You present this image, a family man, I'm married, I got kids, dog, all this, that, and the third. You present that image to the world, but really behind closed doors, you're a whole different guy. You're hiding that lifestyle. You're lying about that lifestyle. So it's nothing for you to hide and lie about something else. You could lie about this, lie about that, lie about pretty much everything you got going on. But as I close, I want to say this. Shout out to Ron DeSantis for succeeding, because that was, now looking back at it, hindsight being 2020, that was a very, very important race. Very important, because if he lost, oh man, for Florida, I don't know what was going to happen. For the world, for the country, I don't know what was going to happen. And especially if DeSantis becomes the next president. I mean, that's a really, powerful thing for us to have a guy like that in office, rather than another episode of Joe Biden or some other kind of weirdo rhino that kind of slips through the cracks. I would much rather have DeSantis than those other guys. But I think I'll leave that right there for now. And what say you? How you feel about this story of Andrew Gillum getting caught with some fraud charges, taking money from the campaign, spending it on himself, spending it on who knows what? Whatever your thoughts on that are, let me know in the comments below. Do you think he's the only person that does things like this? I know I don't. Whatever you think, let me know. But I know I don't, because we've seen people like Ilhan Omar and others do things just like that, but do it a little bit better. You see, Ilhan Omar got smart and married her consultant, who was getting like 70% of the campaign money that she raised. You understand? So I guess technically it's not cheating, right? You're raising money for your campaign, and you're actually buying things with the money. You're giving it to a consultant and they're providing you with services. But see, the thing is, 70% of your money going to one guy. Obviously, if it's going to him and it's his business and they're married, he's going to spend that on her, or probably just give it straight back to her. That money come in, he gets a cut, she gets a cut. It's a business relationship. That's just what it is. Why else would you divorce your actual husband that you got grown kids with, okay, and then get married to this random white guy? It's because you're just trying to take that money, divert it. But they say money is root of all evil. I suppose it is. Maybe the pursuit of money is root of all evil, because you'd be surprised what's done behind closed doors to get that almighty dollar. But whatever your thoughts are, please let me know in the comments below. And that's all I got to say for this video. If you like what you heard, please comment, rate, share, and subscribe. Peace.